So you want to be a furry musician. Alright, I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's involved in doing something like that. Step 1. Spam shark memes everywhere. This is what I did. It's worked for many other musicians. It is the way to become a furry musician. Okay, maybe not. Let's start that again. So you want to be a furry musician. Alright, I'm here to tell you a little bit about what's involved in doing something like that. First up, choose your aesthetic. That means if you're gonna be a synthwave cyberpunk shark, well, go for it. If you're gonna be some kind of bird that's like full of bubbles and sunshine, choose that. You just gotta figure out what you're gonna be. Essentially, this means finding your persona or mascot if you're not that deep into the furry community. Step 2. Write music. Write a lot of music. Keep writing music. Get better and better. Freaking get a bunch of practice under your belt. And just try and make appealing stuff, that appeals to you and fits the aesthetic of the character that you designed. Step 3. Market yourself. You could write all the music in the world, but if you aren't sharing it with anybody, it isn't going to do anyone any good. Seek out your audience, find out where they hang out, and then connect with them and share your music with them. It's not that hard. It does take some creative thinking. Half of your work should be spent improving your craft, getting better at music. The other half should be connecting with other people that are likely going to be your audience. So, like, for example, me, I found a furry gathering on Twitter. Step 4. Commit. Create an upload schedule so that people know when to expect you. If you don't take your work seriously, no one else is going to. You have to be a rock. You have to be the one who's your own champion. Step 5. Keep balanced. It's easy to get caught up in making to the point where you start to lose sight of other things in your life. There's more to the world than just your career. Find ways to enjoy yourself and spend time with your friends and family. Don't get stuck. I've been in this place more often than I would like to admit. So I'm still working on finding balance myself. Step 6. Inspire others with your enthusiasm. If you're considering doing this, you've probably got a little spark of flame in you. You want to share that because, the world needs more inspiration, needs more beauty. Do it. Make everybody excited. Do it. Step 7. Pretend you're writing for DDR. Step 8. Study music theory and get some chops in classical stuff. We got millenniums of music theory behind our belts that's just sitting there waiting to be researched. Use it. It's all there, and we got the internet. You can learn so much. You can look it up on YouTube. You can find it online. All of this history is ours to use and apply to our own music. It's amazing. We're in the perfect era to learn music. Step 9. Practice things like transcribing. That's where you take someone else's piece and you put it down on your paper or on your digital audio workstation. That is super handy for learning new vocabulary in your music. But that's not the only way to practice. Practice counterpoint. Practice the fundamentals of composition. This stuff's out there, like openmusictheory.something. Openmusictheory.com has great resources for learning the basics of music theory, but it goes even further, and it'll teach you everything from the classical era. Dig into that, learn stuff. Use your noggin. You smarticle. Don't forget that. Step 10. Find mentors. They've already done all this stuff, and they can teach you it at an exponentially increased rate if you listen to them. It is super handy to find live mentors who are already doing the thing that you want to do. Don't take everything they say as truth. Take it with a grain of salt. But honestly, a lot of what they say will be really helpful. Step 11. Hire a real artist for your album art. If you don't invest in having really appealing artwork, who is going to invest in buying your album and listening to your music? You gotta be a little bit more, you know? Invest, spend some money. Besides, you'll be supporting the community. Anyway, that's all this shoRK's got for now. If you have any other ideas of what you can do as a musician to grow in the furry community, just leave it in the comments below. And if you like this, good.